Hi, Tony DeWitt here, Missouri appellate attorney and a guy who likes to make the law make sense on YouTube. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things related to what I'm going to be doing with the channel going forward, and hopefully you all will offer some feedback. I would love to hear from you on these, and I very much appreciate all the great feedback I've already received, so don't think that's undervalued at all. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that I'm going to have to cut back to between 4 and 5 videos a week. I've been trying to do one for every day, and it just eats up so much time. And the reason it eats up so much time is because about half the time I can't complete a sentence without making an idiot out of myself. So it bothers me when things are not letter perfect, and so I have to stop, go back, reshoot, so I don't look like a complete idiot. Maybe I do look like a complete idiot. I don't know. So I'm going to be trying to reduce the number, but I'm going to try to improve the length. And on things that I can do a short on, I'm going to do a short on. And on things that require more in depth, like the bankruptcy thing, I'm going to spend a little bit more time on. So that's item number one. Item number two is I bought myself a light to improve the lighting in here, and I also bought a stream deck, and I'm going to think about running a stream maybe once a week, maybe twice a month. I don't know. It sort of depends on a number of things. And one of the things that it depends on, quite frankly, is what you guys want to see in terms of content. If we did a stream, would you want to discuss a case that was in the news? Would you want to have me pick a case and talk about a case on a stream? Any of those things would be certainly something that I can do. Uh, I don't think at this point that I'm going to have guests, but at some point I might. I might talk with some people who do certain kinds of legal practice and sort of get them to chime in. But before I get to that point, I'd really like to make sure that I'm not going to make a complete idiot out of myself with the streaming software. Because I've looked at a number of different tutorials on this subject, and I have yet to be able to figure out exactly how this process works. So as I get further along in that, I will probably post a poll, and I'll post a note, a comment that would let everybody know if we're going to have a stream on a particular evening, and it would have to be in the evening, I think, primarily because that's the time that I have free to do things like this. So that's what I have for you in terms of a channel update. I'd love to hear any comments that you have. I have tried to be responsive to anything that comes in terms of a request about a certain subject or that sort of thing, or to explain something. I always try to honor those requests, and I want to remind you the email address is aldewit7@gmail.com. You can email me there, and I will be happy to talk about anything that you would find interesting or that you would find helpful. Now, again, I can't offer legal advice. If you want legal advice, then it has to be in a Missouri framework because I'm only licensed in Missouri. And no, I don't really have any desire to be licensed anywhere else. I know Missouri law quite well. I'll be 68 years old on my birthday next month, and it's a little late to be figuring out the law in places like Florida and California, for example, where the bar exam is 3 days. Um, I don't have 3 days out of my life that I want to spend learning California law, and I just really don't want to practice in California. So, at any rate, that's sort of my thinking on that. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments down below. And of course, if I don't get to them, because sometimes I don't, email me, aldewit7@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to me ramble on. Today, as you go through your day, look out for the little ones. There are lots of children out there running around, going to school, Some of them may not have good sense when it comes to crossing streets. So just keep an eye out for them. And again, I appreciate you being here. Catch me down at the beach again next time. If you like this video, here are a few others you might try, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a terrific day, guys.